Now, it goes without saying that we South Africans love our bakkies, but to be honest, how could we not? I'm sure you've seen the state of the roads lately. They're absolutely horrible. So as South Africans, you look for something that can not only keep you safe, carry your goods, but also handle the road quality as well. You're most likely going to end up in a bakkie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Scientific Motoring. My name is Bongani, and today we're not looking at just one, but two Ford Ranger Wildtraks. On my left is the normal Ford Ranger Wildtrak, and on the right is the Wildtrak X. It sits one level above this one, and it has some subtle difference aesthetically that make it easy to spot. But the real magic sits under the shell, because this is better suited for off-road driving. In another video, I'll give you guys a full-length review as well as a road trip, but for now, we just want to do a head-to-head. Where should your money go if you're considering buying one? Now, would it be controversial to say that the Ford Ranger Wildtrak is the best looking bakkie in the market at the current moment? I don't think so, but I'm happy to fight you in the comment section if you disagree. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section too. We really appreciate your opinion here at Scientific Motoring. But styling, looks, and personal subjective matters aside, let's have a look at what sets this Wildtrak X different compared to the normal Wildtrak. For starters, you'll notice that this one gets Ford's performance LEDs. Now, you can tell by these three light strips over here, as well as the fact that it says performance LEDs. These do a better job of lighting up the road, especially at night, without dazzling oncoming traffic. It's just brighter, and it makes for a more comfortable driving experience. If you move over here, you'll notice that this one gets the normal bulbs, although they are good, not as good as these ones, and it also lacks the LED strip on the side there as well. If you drop just a bit, you'll notice that this car gets orange accents around the lower section of the bumper. The easiest way to tell if it's a Wildtrak X or not. And if you look over in this one, it actually doesn't get that. But you know what? I think it still looks good. Another thing that it gets is a metal kick plate, and that's because the Wildtrak X is better suited for off-roading. There's some other ways to tell though. I mean, for one, it comes standard with some all-terrain tires, and if you look over at the suspension, you'll notice that it has a beautiful pop of color. That's because it gets the upgraded Bilstein suspension. Come over here just a bit. There's some subtle difference. Notice how the front fender arch here is slightly wider than it is on this car, and that I think is what they did aesthetically to set this car up just one notch above. Notice that these mirror caps over here are matte. On the normal Wildtrak, they're gloss. Look at these side runners. These ones are bigger. They're a bit beefier. They're not metal like what you find in the Raptor, but they're still nice. Whereas with these, you can tell this is a more lifestyle-oriented trim. Over here, the door handles are matte, and on this one, they are body colored. And if you move over a little bit more, you'll notice that the rear wheel arch fenders are a bit bigger than they are on the normal one. This one comes with 17-inch wheels. This one has 18-inch. That extra inch goes to these beefier tires. That inch matters. Now, I like the fact that these two cars are in the same color because it makes it a lot easier to spot the differences. For one, this rack here does not move, but if I move over to the Wildtrak X and I pull this lever, you'll notice that I can move it around and stop it wherever I would like to. Now, when Ford first announced this, I thought to myself, geez, this has to be a gimmick. Turns out it's not, because I started seeing the use cases. Say, for example, you're going canoeing, or you're carrying something very long in an awkward way. It doesn't necessarily need to stick out the rear canopy anymore. You can just stick this over at the back and then attach it to the front, and it just makes it easier to move around those type of things. Besides that though, at the end, at the rear of the car, things are quite similar. Not too much has changed in that regard. Let's have a look at the inside. Now, on the inside, there are some differences that make it easy to spot that this is a Wildtrak X. Some of them are more obvious than others. I mean, for one, you get Wildtrak X stitched on your seat over there. You also get it on the passenger side dashboard. Speaking of the seats, I'm willing to argue that these are the most comfortable seats in any bakkie in the segment. Again, if you want to have a difference in opinion, feel free to let us know in the comment section. You'll also notice that you now get suede material on the bottom section as well as the side bolstering here. I thought this was suede, but it actually isn't. It's like plastic kind of, but it's a bit soft. It's so interesting. You have to touch it to properly get an understanding of what it is, but I like it. One of my favorite features about the Wildtrak is the fact that both the driver and the passenger get some cup holders that stick out here. Very useful if you're going on a long distance trip. Does it have the best infotainment screen in the segment? Well, let me know what you think. But this is really, really cool, especially if you've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay running, which it is capable of doing. But also, if you open up your camera system over here, you can navigate between the different views and you can decide to see what it is you want to. Something very useful considering the fact that this is a very big car. Climate control functionality is still normal buttons, something we appreciate in this digital renaissance we find ourselves in. You get 2 cup holders, some storage space to put your phone or whatever it is you'd like here, as well as this 10-speed automatic gearbox. Your drive mode selector is right next to your cup holders, and then over here I've got a very decently sized glove compartment. Besides that, most of the things remain the same. You do get some orange accents around the steering wheel, the seats, and the rest of the interior, but for the most part it's remained the same. Like I said, this car's biggest advantage is the fact that it's better suited for off-road driving, and you don't really need to make too many changes to the interior for that to be true. I really like these grab handles over here. Very sturdy whenever you're driving and you're a bit tired, although you should keep both hands on the wheel. Oh, and one thing that I really love about this car would have to be the Bang & Olufsen sound system. No other backie's doing it as good as Ford. That's not up for debate. That's a fact, and you can quote me on that. B&O in a bakkie. That's insane, dude. Now, from a pricing point of view, the Ford Ranger Wildtrak X starts from 1,040,000 Rand. It's actually 60,000 Rand more expensive than the normal 4x4 Ford Ranger Wildtrak. They're powered by the same engine. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel, and it's quite smooth. It's easy to drive. It doesn't have that clunky noise that you have. And I mean, over the thousands of kilometers that I've put on this car, I've easily managed 10-11 liters per 100 kilometers. But I'm curious to know which of the 2 cars you would buy. There are some differences, some easily justifiable for the price for some people who are interested in going off-road, and for others they might think, maybe it's not for me. But I do want to know what you think in the comment section. In the next video, we'll do a long distance review, and I'll give you guys a proper in-depth look of what I think about the Wildtrak X. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name's Mungani. Cheers.